You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me. Make sure you smash that like button. Go right now and follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 3837. That's my only TikTok. 4 Feed Season 2 out now, y'all. 4 Feed Season 2 out now. Make sure y'all go and check out Season 1 also, man. Shout out to OGino. Oh, it's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't follow my mods, you can follow their at the end of the video. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. I don't care how much money you got or you think you got. Mother Nature could come and destroy everything, and now you homeless. So make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians. It's Thursday, y'all. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Remember, CPD can't save you or your local police department, so make sure you know where your kids are and your surroundings. All right, y'all, I got 2 stories for y'all. First story we talking about is THF Bayzoo respond to Lil Zay Osama and the allegations of he wearing the same tank tops and broke. He fumbled a bag with Lil Durk now. And then we talking about young Dolph killer, Hernandez Govan, man. Govan has been found not guilty in a murder of young Dolph, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook, Market, Bayzoo, hook it up. All right, y'all. So the first story we starting off with is Govan, man. Govan has been found not guilty in the case. I know a lot of y'all, it might be depressing to y'all, like how, hey, I got a few questions, like, the killer saying that he gave him the gun and that Big Jook had, the one who offered the money on young Dolph. But he got a crackhead story. It sounds like all his stories is crackheadish. And then I think he actually helped Govan when he got up there, when he got cross-examining. He got caught up in some lies and shit. And then you can't get caught up in a bunch of lies in front of the jury. And then it sounds like the state's attorney, they was going to visit them and getting their story together and creating more lies before they go in front of a jury. I think that's what messed the state up too. The seeing the client 9 times before in a week before the goddamn trial. It's a red flag, man. So I'm finna play this news clip, man. But Govan is out. He got to look over his shoulder, and I'm gonna come back and talk about it.
I'm always on edge because there's cases I thought I would have won easily, and the jurors just get swayed by the publicity and the media. It's been so one-sided, calling him a mastermind. The press has been going crazy because only the DA talks. And that's the problem with our system, is because they make such a good first impression saying everybody's guilty that it's hard to get a fair trial. But thank God we got jurors. They took hundreds of pages of notes, and it didn't take them, 2 hours to figure out this is all garbage.
And they virtually echoed everything that he said in closing. And they were very critical that anyone could be locked up that long and didn't have the resources to defend themselves. The jurors said that. They echoed that, and the guy said, I am offended. I'm offended by this. And he said, and he was disappointed in Mulroy. And that's your elected official, that's my elected official, because I live here. And you just go and do something.
You called that testimony with Jesse Browning BS a joke. Why? Because it was. Half the stuff was just made up within a couple of days of this stuff, and they gave us this mystical receipt that's never been in any of the police reports. The jurors didn't buy it for a second. The lead investigator, Dabney, was incredibly honest when he said these are the mistakes that we made, and then you call up somebody that's willing to do or say anything to clean up the case to get a conviction. You saw how they shaded off the phone records. Where are the text messages? Where's any of that from Justin Johnson to our client saying we're going to do something? I presented hundreds of text messages where he's threatening people, trying to go shoot people with others. Govan was never in on any of it. And the fact that you're still asking me these questions, I find offensive, because it didn't happen. You would never take anything you heard in that courtroom for any decision you would make in your life that has any significance. You would laugh at me if I said believe those guys. So let's just keep it real. This is all garbage, and I'm grateful that he's out, and I'm sorry in the world that he had to do 9 months in prison. And I'm just grateful his fiance called me, and we have the resources to help poor people.
You were very passionate in your closing arguments about, about Govan being just a man from Orange Mound up against the system. Kind of talk about where that passion came from.
When I go to 201 and look at the people that are in there, I know a lot of people do wrong, and I understand that, and I don't want violence in the streets because I live, in towns as well. But it's just so wrong. If I can see it, there's no way a jury couldn't see it, and that's why it took, 2 hours to figure that out. I mean, obviously it would have probably been quicker had they not had to go through the evidence and do their job, but the fact that anybody in the press would say, oh, it was this or it was that, it was clearly flagrant, and I wish we'd be reported as, this is what your justice is in Memphis. So if you're black and poor, you got a problem.
So this was
Mr. Govan, how do you feel?
Mr. Rohr, this is pro bono. I was unclear with
Right.
that. Yeah. Oh, it was.
To finally have this stress taken off your shoulders.
Yeah, and have my life back.
What's the first thing you plan to do?
Go hug my son.
Mr. Govan, you haven't smiled all this week, but obviously you have a lot to smile about. Just tell me just about what you're feeling in right now.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain the feeling of getting your life back, just from 12 people, so I'm just blessed, and I'm just ready to go see my son.
What was going through your head when you were waiting for the verdict this morning?
Nervousness, of course, it's natural, but I got a team around me that was very confident and supportive, so without them, it wouldn't be no me. I just want to thank again Manny, Robert, Haley, Beth, Handel, Contrell, Leanne, and just everybody that played a part in proving my innocence.
You heard your attorney say if you're black and poor in Memphis, this is what happens. What would be your words of advice?
Leave Memphis,
Do you plan on leaving Memphis, sir?
of course.
Was there any point throughout the week where you're like, you know what, I'm still nervous, prior to the verdict? Was there any point where it's like, I don't know which way it's going to go?
I've been nervous for 4 years.
How does it feel to be at the end of this 4-year journey that you've been on?
It feels great. Just feel like I've been born again. I get a chance to restart my life and do some positive things.
Do you think that this verdict will change how the court system is working here in Memphis?
As corrupt as this system is, I doubt it.
Mr. Aurora, do you think this verdict will change anything with the court system here in Memphis?
I'm not here from Memphis, but if this is a microcosm of what's going on, then you should all be worried. And maybe we should be digging into these things and figuring out why so many people are in jail, why we keep them without bond and force them into pleas and things of that nature, and why investigations aren't always there. Thankfully, my office has the resources to help these types of people and can spend the money to do it. I can only imagine how hard it is for the public defenders with their cases or other appointed lawyers that couldn't do this, and how many people shouldn't be in prison.
Oh, back in December, is that the reason? Obviously, you advised your client not to take that plea.
That's always his decision. I don't advise him to do anything. They always say, what would I do? And I'm like, I'm not serving the time, so I have no idea. I can't go through that stress. You can't duplicate that. I mean, I love the man. I believed in him. That's why I took the case, and we fought like hell for it. I'm grateful that the staff stayed with me. I yelled at them a lot this week and put a lot of pressure on them. We worked long nights for the last few months. We filed, I don't know how many, 24 motions, most of which were granted, which never happens, but it was so obvious we were right, and yet still we have a case. The government just can't ever admit that maybe there isn't anything here. They'll just prosecute, and then blame the jury if it doesn't go your way.
Yeah, this lawyer, he did his thing, man. But I must say, man, the Fed's coming. I don't know if they coming for Gotti, but somebody got to answer for that paying for the killer's lawyer, man, and bringing that $40,000 down there. Somebody got to answer to all that. And remember, the lawyer has said that nobody investigated Juke or Gotti, So, yeah, I think the Fed's finna step in. Somebody got to answer to them payments, man. But y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Hey, Govan, not guilty. Hey, next story we talking about is THF Bayzoo. THF Bayzoo, he finally responded, man. He responded with a whole bunch of little barking chihuahuas in the background with a rah, 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 with the handlers, Hey, look, man, sometimes you got to take as what somebody's saying, like Lil Zay, and don't look at it as disrespect, man. Just look at it like, yeah, man, my tank tops is dirty. I am out here selling loose squares and lighters. Let me go ahead and get my money up. You know what I'm talking about? Let me go ahead and do some features or something. It's over with, man. Niggas might as well go and get jobs. They got Lowe's, Pizza Hut, Italian Fiesta, the Jerk 48. It's a lot of stores hiring, man. You guys got to stop being scared. You got to use the same energy that y'all use to post up on these blocks every day and walk to the store back and forth every day for blunts and loose squares to go and get a job, man. And before you go and do a hit and travel all the way across the country, man, make sure you stop at your local job temp service, man, and get you a job, man. The temp's hiring like this. Hey, but THF Bayzoo responded. Lil Zay had called him broke, said he fucked up, but he said that because he was expecting Zoo to be a real boss, how they say he a boss, and get his chain and get his watches back. Me, I would have got the watches back, bro. If you around me, my homies took your watches, bro, and I say I fuck with you, bro, I'm gonna get the watches back. What good is them having your watches and they just bragging about it, but they broke. But me and you could have did business. I might have an artist being Zoo, and I might need a feature. Hey, Liz, you wanna jump on this song for me, bro? He hot. He got talent, But, you sometimes, in Chicago, they just ride with motherfuckers, whether they right or wrong, knowing that they some slime balls, and they just ride with it because that's they block. Or they ride with it because they know they getting older, and if you go against them, they might go against you. So, I don't know the reason, man, but Bayzoo responded with his little henchmen, the handlers, and I ain't understand what they were saying, like they was talking Spanglish or something, man. But, I just hope these guys, man, just go and get a job or take your craft serious. That's the only two options, man. Other than that, you just chasing clout just like everybody else. They say they ain't no internet niggas, but where they always end up, on the internet, nigga. Make sure y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. I will be going live tonight. I will be dropping more content, man. Make sure y'all there. Hey, make sure y'all go and get life insurance, though, man, because there's people out here catching all these hats, woofing, this and the dead, and ain't got life insurance, man. At least if you got life insurance, man, your family won't have the burden of being in debt, trying to bury you. You can be buried properly, and you can leave your family something behind to pay, for debts and, for your kids to have stuff. It might don't last for long, but they'll have something. Hey, shout out to Made Media Magazine. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel. He do got my latest interview. That go Made Media Magazine right there. Shout out Big Head DD, man. He got reaction videos and he do gaming. Shout out Savage Black, he do gaming too. And Trenches News gonna start gaming too. Hey, make sure y'all drop y'all gaming tags in the comments, man. I got Xbox and PS5, man. I just be chilling sometimes, be want to play. I could play everything from golf to hockey to, to Modern Warfare. Hey, shout out to the Mod Squad and all my mods, man. Make sure y'all go and run up their page, everybody in this. Shout out Dustin Turner, Trap God. Shout out Anthony Peterson. Shout out Tommy Shermer. Shout out all y'all, man. Hey, my man is my 9. I'm out.